My role at Forest Hills of DC is the Director of Nursing, as well as the infection preventionist. What I love about infection preventionists is that you are able to impact, empower the staff on how to prevent residents from having infection. Of course, we all know the implication of when infection occurs. It can be very debilitating. It can lead to death. So having said that, and we lost wages from infection, so many things could happen with infection. So with that, I love it in the sense that I'm able to impact knowledge on the staff, the residents. I tell them the importance of, like, for instance, perennial care. To continue having UTI, I go to them, especially those that are teachable, that you know what, you need to make sure you clean from the front to the back, you wash your hand, drink a lot of water. They said, oh, is that so? So with all this, we have a lot of success story with that. That's many residents that, were having that episode, everything was gone. The staff too, they know that, what, they are going to lose hours. If they don't come to work, you got to take care of yourself. Ask questions from me, ask for a question from the other team members. I make sure I empower my supervisors, the AGON, the clinical manager, as well as the leadership team, to let them know what to look out for. When they are making rounds, you will see that if somebody is not doing the right thing, you stop and ask them to, you correct it right there and then. So even if I'm not in the community, we also have some secret shoppers that are among us that the other staff don't know. So if they are doing the wrong thing, they go to them, you did not wash your hand properly, whatever you see that's going wrong, they're able to correct it right there and then. So with that, I was able to impact, a lot of knowledge on people. Even some other colleagues from other community, they call. I also call them too. The DC Health, they've been very great. The EPI team, as well as the iPro team, I call them, I have their numbers on my cell, so I can always call them to find out what is going on. And I'm big at, checking. I receive email from a couple of them to see what is trending. So because I believe in education, I feel supported by my leadership team in the sense that they are, always there. They, especially the CEO, my administrator, they are big at education as well. So whenever anything is trending, they make sure that they send it to me, Ganiat, this is what is going on. The ones that I got, I'm able to send it to them. So they are very supportive, asking me every time that is there anything we can do to help. And if anything is like right now, we have hand sanitizer in all the rooms, inside and outside of all our rooms at Forest Hills. This was an initiative that we proposed, and the management supported it. We have it. We have the cleaning equipment all over the unit. So it's not as if you have to go to other unit to go and get all those things. So we have it. We have someone in the supply room that every morning she must report the number of PPE we have in the building, how many masks, so that we don't want to be low in any of it. So we don't want to be caught unaware. So this is the work of the management at Forest Hills. So they are very supportive financially, morally, everything. They support everybody. If anybody has any issue with infection control, of course we are there. Somebody have COVID, which we haven't had in a while, we always there, we support each other. We make sure we check on the staff. So we're able to achieve this with the support of the management. When we have positive COVID case, none of the staff is resistant to go into the room because they've been empowered. They know what to do. So we did competency on donning and doffing of PPE, how to protect themselves. So everybody's aware of it. So we don't have any resistance from anyone. So it's just like a normal day thing that, you go to the room, as long as you do the necessary things, nothing is going to happen. So staff have been empowered to do the right thing. We do a lot of teaching to the residents as well as their family on infection control. I'm going to give an example. When we have a positive COVID case, of course, we reach out to the family to let them know. that this is what happened, because some of them might have even come to see the resident during the infectious period time. So we let them know what is going on to get tested. Talk to them. We ask them to ask questions, to feel free to ask questions, to go get tested, and we tell them what is the expectations are. So we also do teachings to encourage them that, if possible, we have the necessary PPE that you can use when you come in, but we encourage them not to come. But some of them, we adhere to what we have said by testing themselves, and they come back to us and tell us that, oh, I'm negative. It's okay. Why don't you stay away for some time while the resident is on isolation? So we do a lot of teachings we send emails to them. And the residents who are on the unit, we also communicate with them to let them know, sending pamphlets to them to let them know what is going on. So all the residents, when we have a case, everybody know what to do. We have a lot of success story in our community, a lot. Well, I'm going to tell you about the one we just did recently. We had the ICANN group came into our building. This is an initiative by the Department of Health, the Epidemiology Department. So they introduced to us what we call ICANN. ICANN means Infection Control Amplification in Nursing Home. So these are some of the things that we're doing before, but the way they introduced it is such a way that it was, there's a big improvement. They sent us the checklist of hand hygiene. It's basically about hand hygiene as well as transmission-based precautions. So they gave it to us, some of the checklist. We had some secret shoppers. So among the staff, I was able to get some of them that you don't share with anybody. You are a secret shopper. You're observing the way staff goes to the unit, how they go into the resident room. Are they really washing their hands before they go in? Because we have the gel in, gel out. So at the end of it, every week, it was a 8 weeks program. Things really improved because I initially let the staff know this is what is going on. And there's someone among you who you don't know that is observing. So I have it on weekend, among the weekends, during the days, as well as in the evening, all shift, we covered all shift. So with that, nobody know who is watching who. So everybody was careful. So at the end of it all, we saw a lot of great improvement. Not really whether somebody is watching them. So everybody is doing the right thing. So at the end of it, at the end of the program, the Department of Health, they came unannounced. They saw how everything was. We also initiated the sanitizing wipes on all the units so that you can easily get it and clean your hand. You don't have to go to other units. So that's a big improvement that we have gel in, gel out, just like it's in the hospital settings. So you go to a resident room, you don't have to be worried about having to look for hand sanitizer. So that's a big one. The facilities spend a lot of money on that. So it's a huge success story. What it takes to make people to be inspired to do control, it's about how you relate with people. There's something we call leadership by example. When you go around, you do the right thing, telling people the implications of doing this. They see you, the way you are doing things, the way you address people, the way you handle things. So those are the things that people are looking at, that who is this leader? How does she, if you are doing the right thing, others will emulate you, especially, when you teach them the implication of doing the right thing, that if you do it right, we will not have infection in our community. This drives our 5-star ratings. This drives, we all asking for more money. So if the management is spending money on, other things that is, they don't need to, this is something that is avoidable by doing the right thing. So it's about teaching. You lead by example, letting people know that these are the implications of not doing the right thing. You make sure that you allow them to ask questions. be receptive, listen to them, explain things to them, you teach, you empower them. So when you have all this in place, then, a lot of people, and I'm also even planning now to make sure that some of the other nurses on the unit go for the infection control class. So my management is in support of that. So I will not be the only one, but others too will be able to be an infection preventionist. To someone that is new to infection prevention control course or being an infection preventionist, my advice to them is that, you have to be patient. Dealing with people is not easy. You have to be patient. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to seek, knowledge from whatever it takes. If it means, you have to do a lot of reading, you have to reach out to people to ask questions, reach out to your colleagues. There are a lot of resources out there. The Department of Health they are big at that. They have a website, the CMS, so many other things. So anybody that is, I would tell anyone who is interested, it's a lot to do, but at the end of it all, it pays off because you'll be able to impact knowledge in people. You'll be able to empower yourself, not only you, but also empower others. Teach the others, teach the resident, teach the family, the community at large, and the world at large, because infection control, as we know, it's something that is really disturbing. So, and it can be, it's preventable by doing the right thing.